So it will be good if you can turn on your camera. The interaction will be better. The connection will also be better. Nice, Deepika. So we'll also see if there are some familiar faces joining the classes from the previous sessions. So as you know, we are today going to discuss logical reasoning, right? There are so many things, in fact, so many synonyms used for this word. What exactly it is? How do we proceed? And is it really important for us? We'll discuss all these issues today. So logical reasoning, so many times we call it mental ability. We also call it aptitude, right? We encounter different words at different places, but more or less everything means the same: mental ability, logical reasoning, aptitude questions, and all that, right? Let's begin. See, it's not very much different from what we see and observe in our daily lives, right? There are so many situations, there are so many applications of this which we come across in our daily lives. For example, there is a simple question. I would like you people to go through it, just read it out and see how far can you go in, analyzing the situation with the help of the given facts and finding out the information what is being asked in the question. This is a seating arrangement question. There are 5 friends, A, B, C, D, and E. They are sitting on a bench, right? First thing which is to be observed here, they are sitting in a straight line.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, we are not seeing the PowerPoint show. We are seeing the PPT only right now.
Is it so? Okay, just a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just. Yeah, let me just see.
Yes.
Is it visible now properly? Oh, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry for the discomfort, students. Okay, so this is the first warm-up question for you. Okay, I'll give you just 30 seconds. You can read it out by yourself and try to analyze what information can you absorb from this. Dhruv and Durva and Yash, okay. Right? So have you read it out? This is a general situation, a common situation occurring at any place. There are 5 friends, right? And they are sitting on a bench. Sitting on a bench means they are sitting in a linear sitting arrangement, correct? So there are certain facts given. A is sitting next to B, C is sitting next to D, and D is not sitting near E. E is on the left end of the bench. So what we will be doing is we will make 5 positions on a linear position. We'll make 5 positions on the linear arrangement, and then we'll try to figure out, we'll try to place the students as per the given information, right? So this says A and C are sitting together, and C is on the second position from the right A, and E is on the left end of the bench. So that means left end of the bench is next.
Ma'am, your sharing is disabled for some reason.
Oh, what is the issue today?
And students, if you have the answer, you can type in the chat box. Yes, ma'am.
Right? So on one end, we are having, can you identify on which end one object is placed? You can start picking it out with the small things. Yes, A is on the right side of B. E is on the left end of the B. Correct. So E is on the left end of the bench, right? One position we have identified. Then if we move further, E is not connected anyhow with two things that has been mentioned, correct? And B and A, they are sitting next to each other. A is on the right side of the B. So B with A and C with D. A and C are not, A and C are sitting together. So somehow A and C will have to be in such a way, because A and C, B is connected with A and D is connected with C. So they will be making pairs, and on one end, one extreme end, there will be E, which is the leftwards end, correct? So this alignment leads us to the position that A is sitting in the center. And I'm very happy to see that there are so many students who have answered it correctly. Very nice, right? So this is something which can be observed in our daily lives, and still we can go ahead with this. You people have not, see, this is a practice which will make you very perfect in this. There are simple concepts to be observed in our daily lives, which will help you in solving out few topics, questions on few topics of the mental ability. Yes, few topics have certain concepts, some certain information, certain procedures which need to be followed to solve the question. So this is another warm-up question for you. It is based on the topic blood relations. So this is a kind of riddle. See, in our early years, we also used to solve the riddles. So this is, mental ability is nothing but, application of the concepts and the knowledge, the information given, the observations to the riddle kind of things given to us. So they are rather entertaining also in solving. They say brothers and sisters, I have none, means no brother, no sister, just one child of the parents, right? But this man's father is my father's son. This man's father is my father's son. So how is the speaker related to men in the riddle? There's a person standing there. A person's father is my father's son. When we solve the blood relation questions, we make the relations in the hierarchy level. The level on which my siblings will be, they will be at the same level. My parents will go one level higher, and my son and daughter will go one level downwards, right? So here it says, this man's father, let's put this man here, his father, this will go one level higher, and this father is my father's son, right? So that comes out to be that this current person to which the speaker is identifying or pointing, that will be his son. Yes, correctly answered by Rahul. Very nice. See, this is very simple. It seems to be a difficult thing, a tricky thing, but it is very simple. Go level by level. There is a person standing. There is a father of that, and that is my father's son, right? So my father's son will be connected to the speaker, because you will be making different levels and identifying accordingly to the different level. So reach out to this conclusion. So these all things we study in logical reasoning. What is logical reasoning, or mental ability as you call, or aptitude as you call? This is a key skill that helps students in thinking critically, solving problems effectively, and making informed decisions. See, as such, we know that mental ability is not a part of any curriculum, but still it is so important that you find it a part of every competitive examination you face. Every competitive examination, whether it is in the form of Olympiads, whether it is in the form of some entrance examination to any good institute, any good courses or university examinations. This is common for all the entrance examinations, whether you appear in after 12th or you appear after graduation. For example, like CUET you will be having this examination. CUET examination also has logical thinking a part of it, right? So by practicing logical reasoning, students sharpen their intellect and build a strong foundation for future academic and professional success. Because your academic knowledge has to be supported by a good aptitude that helps you in applying the academic concepts to solving the problems, to do the questions more effectively in a faster manner with better accuracy. And moreover, the logical reasoning thing is also a part of the question papers directly, many a times. You must have been appearing for IMO, NSO, NSCJS, everything. So everywhere you find it out that logical reasoning is a part. There are questions from this portion, and not only questions, substantial portion of questions is They are covered from this section of mental ability. So why is logical reasoning important? See, it holds 14% to 30% weightage in all the Olympiads we know, right? You must have faced different Olympiads, and you know that there is a substantial portion of these questions. Then it enhances your problem solving skills. See, one is you're having the knowledge, and another is application of that knowledge, right? Application of the appropriate concept there. So that is enhancing problem solving skills. Boosts critical and analytical thinking. The way you approach to the question, the way you start thinking about the given information, transforming it to the actual situation, and simulation. See, simulation is very important. You have been, for example, there was the situation A, B, C, D, there are 5 students. Like how you're going to simulate, how you're going to visualize that situation in your mind. The closer your visualization to the real situation, better you will be getting the answer, right? Quickly you are getting the answer. So these situations you have to face in many other academic subjects as well. For example, there is physics where you have to analyze, visualize, and simulate the situation, right? So better is the simulation, more accurate is the simulation, better is the answer and the response, correct? It boosts your critical and analytical thinking. It improves decision making, correct? You will be applying the concept, observing the situation, and then you'll be reaching out on a conclusion. So that conclusion is similar to your decision making. And it is essential for competitive exams. See, any exam you talk about, not only JEE and NEET, they have got their own importance, and directly or indirectly, mental ability is a part of both examinations. And there are many examinations like CUET is there, CLAT is there, USEET for the designing courses is there. Every entrance examination has got a direct question paper, a part of question paper, or a complete paper based on the general mathematics and mental ability thing. So it is an essential part in, for the success in any of the competitive exams. It strengthens mathematical and scientific understanding. And nonetheless, it's useful in everyday life. So you must have come across some books, some syllabus of this logical reasoning. So these are the topics given as a part of the entire curriculum. See, generally we divide logical reasoning into 2 parts. One is non-verbal reasoning and another is verbal reasoning. Verbal reasoning and non-verbal reasoning, what do we mean? Verbal means the questions which include or which involve the solving and application of concepts related to alphabets, integers, and symbols. Right? All those verbal things, correct? Which you can read out, which you can, write down like this. And non-verbal is something where it is given in the terms of pictures and images, right? So for example, you have been given a sequence and you're supposed to find out the next word in the sequence. So if the sequence consists of integers, new numbers, alphabets, special characters, symbols, then it will be a part of verbal thing. And if you have been given a series of diagrams, figures, so that will be something which you have to identify from the picture, the part of the picture which are moving in a different way, changing its position, transition of one image to another image. So that comes into non-verbal part. So like series completion and inserting, we have both the parts, verbal as well as non-verbal. Similarly for analogy and classification, coding and decoding. Blood relations, obviously, this is completely based on the information given to us. Direction sense test, yes, again, information is given. We convert that information in the form of a diagram or figure. Logical Venn diagrams, this is again non-verbal, and so on. So alphanumeric sequence, if we consider, that is a verbal thing, correct? Mathematical operations, again a verbal thing. Mirror and water images, that is completely a non-verbal thing. But yes, in that also, we consider if we are taking the image of some symbols or alphabets, or if we are taking the image of an image further, correct? So that way, there are different things. Some are part of verbal logical reasoning thing, and some are non-verbal logical reasoning thing. Okay, so here comes a very interesting and easy question. Let's see how many of you can go with it quickly. So this is a series question. There are 5 figures given, P, Q, R, S, and T. The images are moving in a certain manner, P to Q, R to S, and similarly T. After T, there will be an image following the same rule which has been followed for the transition between P and Q, R and S. You have to identify the rule and find out which will be the next figure. See? Very good, very good. This seems to be an easy one. So we can see here there are two parts in every image. Yes, all of you have answered it correctly. Can anyone explain, please? Okay, Parin, yes, please. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so we can see in figure P and Q, there's one letter. We have one letter and
Yes.
and one symbol. So here we have the number 1. So in P, then the number is greater than the symbol, and in Q, the symbol is greater than the number, and their positions are exchanged. And
Yes.
similarly in R and S. So we have a triangle and the letter U which is rotated. So
Correct.
yes. So
So there
similarly
are.
in T, yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Similarly
completely.
in T, the size of L will be less than the figure, and its position will be interchanged with the in the figure which is given.
Yes. So there are two parts of every image. Two objects are there. One is smaller, one is bigger, right? So what is being done? First of all, the position of both the elements are interchanged. That is interchange. After interchanging, the respective sizes also get changed. The one which was bigger initially will become smaller and vice versa, right? And the orientation is same. What do I mean by orientation? See S. Can you see S is opened like this? So when you are shifting it, its orientation is not changed. So if L is like this, it will just change its position. It will not change. It will not get reverted, right? So L will become smaller and will move to the right side. Then there is a trapezium, smaller trapezium that will come on the left side and will get enlarged, right? So that way, D is the option which fulfills our condition. So D is the correct answer. Right? So one element getting reduced in the size, another getting enlarged, and they are also interchanging their respective positions from left to right and right to left. Okay. Another analogy question. See, these are all parts of non-verbal because we are dealing with images, elements in images, different parts of images. Okay. Give it a try again. See, analogy means you can see there are two pairs of images, right? They are connected with proportion side, right? And the two images on the left hand side of the proportion side and right hand side of proportion side, they are connected with the ratio side. What does this signify? This signifies that the same rule which is observed in the first two images, the similar rule will be observed in the two images which are on the right side of the proportion sign. So following the same rule, the changes will occur in the missing diagram. Yes. And every one of you is correctly identified. We can see the middle thing is not changing. That is as such with no change. And the four parts outer side, they are making a movement. They are making a movement. How? They are making a movement in anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction. Anyone?
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise direction. Exactly. Very nice. So all the four objects are making anti-clockwise movement. And how many times? Just one place. See, every element is moving to its next consecutive anti-clockwise position. So similarly, we will be doing with the third figure given here. So star will go to the right hand side bottom corner. The triangle will go to the right hand side top corner. The arrow will move to the left hand side top corner, and the hash sign will go to the left hand side bottom corner. That will be the exact transition, the analogy. So now the two pairs of images, they follow the same rule. They follow the same transition method, right? So yes, the correct option is C here, right? Absolutely correct, students. Great. You people are doing great. Okay, so blood relations again. See, we have solved one question in warm-up. Let's try another one and see. Pointing towards a woman, Anusha said, she is the sister of my son's father. See, my son will have just one mother and one father, right? So if the pointing is being done towards the father, that means the second person who is talking is the mother, right? So mother is talking about the son, son's father, right? And father's sister. So the father's sister related to the son's mother. The relation will be sister-in-law, right? Yes, exactly. So the correct option is option C. Minafir, the one who has joined with this name of Minafir. Yes, see, you have corrected it. Hope you have understood the concept, right? Son's father. So my son's father, so that means I'm the mother. So I'm talking about my son, and then the father of my son, which will be the husband of that woman. And husband's sister to the woman will be sister-in-law. So simple it is. See, it is tricky, not exactly tricky, but this is something we observe in our daily life situations, right? And have you studied? Yes, you have just doing the practice. You are just doing the practice and you are gathering the knowledge from your accumulated information and you are applying it, right? So at some places, you don't need to acquire information, but there are places where you need to acquire the new information, the new concepts, right? The new approach of problem solving and more of practice, right? Okay. So here we go with the sister-in-law. The answer there. This is a direction sense test. So very easily, you people must be dealing with the graphs, the maps, I'm sorry. So in map, we know we make a direction arrows, right? East, west, north, south. So similar, you can take here, you can take a point in between, central point, and then you can keep on following the instructions given in the question. That from that center point, first, Shubham is traveling 4 kilometers towards west. That is towards left, right? And then he turns left. The left of this left will be towards south. Correct? Towards south, he is traveling 6 kilometers. Then again a left turn. That means this will be now 2 left turns means you are just in the opposite direction. So now it will be towards east. How much? 12 kilometers there. And then it is the finally the destination.
Ma'am, I didn't get it.
Yes, let me explain.
Ma'am, can you show me?
Yeah, sure. Just give me a moment. I'll try to write it down on this. Give me a moment, students. I'll just set up my pen tab on this. Okay, students, so I'm back with the problem resolved. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, is it visible, my screen? Not yet.
Not yet. No.
Okay, wait. Give me just one more minute. Okay, now is it visible to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So what I was saying, that we have this marking, right? This is, you must have observed in all the maps which you work with. In general also we know. See, east is this side, west is this opposite, north and south, right? Correct? Even otherwise, you know, it is very familiar with our Indian map also. East side is this, right? Eastern states, then west side and north and south going down towards Kanyakumari and all. Okay, now working on this pattern, what will happen? See, the person, Shubham, has started traveling 4 kilometers towards west. So say this is the middle point. Here it is starting with, correct? So if it is starting from here, it will go in the west direction. So this is the west direction. We'll move here. How much? 4 kilometers. Right? Then he takes a left turn. See, when you are going in the west direction, keep your face pointed towards that direction. Now, what is your left? My left is downwards. Downwards means in the south direction. So we are moving in the south direction. How much? 6 kilometers. So Shubham is moving left of its westwards movement 6 kilometers. Now, when you are going downwards, your face will be towards downside, right? Your face is here, pointing this side. Now, what is the left? This side is left. This side is left of this. This side will be the right of this. So again, he takes a left turn. See, 2 left turns. Here also it was a left turn, and 2 left turns will take you to the opposite side. So this way, you'll go in this direction. How much now? 12 kilometers. See. So this distance will be 12 kilometers. Because this much distance was 4, I have approximately taken it in large. So this was your initial position, I mean, Shubham's position, and this is the final destination. Now, how far is he now from his home? So what is the distance? This is the distance. How will you calculate this? See, this is 4, this is 6. This 12 kilometers can be bifurcated into 2 parts such that this portion is 4 kilometers. So this is a complete rectangle, right? If you have taken out a part of 4 kilometers out of this 12 kilometers, this remaining is 8 kilometers. Now, what is this portion? This is a triangle and a right angle triangle, one side of which the base is 8. And what about this side? See, this was a rectangle. So this is 6 kilometers. This will also be 6 kilometers. And what we are supposed to find out? This is the starting point. This was the destination point. We need to find out this distance. So this is what? This is nothing but the hypotenuse of this right angle triangle. So what you can apply now? You will apply Pythagoras here. Yes, 6 square plus 8 square, that will be 100. And the square root of that will be 10 kilometers. Is that clear? Who was having it out here? Out of the females. Someone was having a doubt, girl students? Is it clear now? Great, Deepika it was, okay, right? So this is how we'll consider the movements, taking out different directions, left and right movements. You know, important thing here to take care about is that the direction in which you are moving, your face will be on that side, right? When your face is on that side, you have got one side right and another side left. And accordingly, the left-right movement will take you to the north or to the south or any other direction, okay? So this is how we do work with the direction sense questions. Okay. So see, it's a better formulated diagram. This was the west movement, then the left side movement, then again the left side movement, and we were supposed to calculate this distance. So dividing the entire figure which has been traveled by the student, we will be dividing into 2 parts. One was rectangle. We can calculate the dimensions of this side of the triangle here, and then these 2 sides we have, we can calculate this applying Pythagoras theorem. Okay, right. Moving further. Okay, These are Venn diagrams. Venn diagrams means we represent a group of entities by different circles. Gagan is too fast. Okay. So here are three things which needs to be represented: numbers, alphabets, and symbols. Do you find the common things between them? Numbers, alphabets, and symbols. Do we have anything in common between numbers and alphabets? Do we have anything in common between these two? No, they are separate. Do we have anything in common between alphabets and symbols? No, not again. And do we have anything in common with between numbers and symbols? No, not at all. So that means there will be three separate symbols, one for numbers, another for alphabets, and the third one for symbols. Correct? Suppose if I would have taken, okay, words. See, one more thing I include here, words. Now what is the situation? Is there any relation between words and the given three sets? Words, are they related with numbers? Words, are they related with
Numbers are related with the alphabet.
Numbers are related with alphabet. So if this would have been the situation, what would we have done? Alphabets will be forming a subset of the words. All the words, or you can say, are being made using the alphabets. So we would have encircled the alphabets into one more circle, which would have words. No connection between words of numbers and words with symbols. So these two circles will still stay apart. Right? So this is how we represent all the information, the set of the entities which are given to us, the different sets, and we can find out their relation with each other. See, so numbers, alphabets, no common relationship between them, so they'll stay all apart. Correct? If there would have been some situation that two of them are having something in common, then those two will overlap for this much part. See, for example, here, the D option, this is showing this much overlapped part. So what does this mean? This thing is separate, totally separate, nothing in common, but these two entities have this much in common, right? If this would have been also something in common, we would have represented it this way. So this common part between the three will be representing that section of all the three groups, which are common in all the three groups, right? And then they will be sharing some other part as common and some other part is unique to that particular set, right? So this is the Venn diagram representation. Okay, let's see some more things. See, earlier my pen tab was not working, students. So if you have any doubts in any of the previous question, we can just backtrack and, I can explain with making a diagram or explaining it better on the cube. So here, this is an arrangement. You can also call it a sequence, right? In this sequence, there are alphabets, there are numbers, and there are symbols. Correct? Now, there is given one particular rule. And what is that rule? We need to identify digits. See, we will be looking for digits. Which digits? Which are fulfilling the condition that they are preceded by a symbol, but not immediately followed by a letter. So look for all those digits which are preceded by a symbol. So let's identify first how many digits are there which are preceded by a symbol. This is it. One is this. See, a digit preceded by a symbol. This is it. Then a digit. No, this is an alphabet. So this will not be counted. This is again a symbol, but not a digit. So this will not be counted. A symbol, but not followed by a digit. So this will not be counted. Alphabet here, not counted. Digit, symbol here, but followed by an alphabet, not counted, and no. Correct? So there were two instances only where a digit is preceded by a symbol. But then we have a second condition also to check. And what is that? Not immediately followed by a letter. So here the digit is there preceded by the symbol, but it is not to be followed by a letter. So this combination will not be counted. There is a digit preceded by a symbol and not followed by a letter. Not followed by a letter means it could be a symbol, the afterword, or an integer. So here we have an integer, not a letter. So this condition is the condition which is fulfilling all the conditions which are given to us. So how many instances are there? There is just one instance. Right? Understood? So we'll have to check for all the digits which are preceded by a symbol but not followed by a letter. So first we'll identify all the pairs which are following just one condition. And out of those identified occurrences, we'll look for the second condition as well. So this is just one occurrence. None other is going to fulfill both the conditions there. Right? Let's move further. I hope it is clear to everyone. You may ask for any doubt you are having. And the previously solved questions also, if you want any explanation there, we can go back and we can discuss them again, right? So open up, students, don't hesitate. So this was the solution. We have identified it correctly. Okay, moving on to the next thing. Oh, water image. This is such an interesting topic, you know. So there is a sequence again, a sequence of some symbols and alphabets together, right? And we need to find out the water image of the given thing. See, there are two kinds of images we go for in logical reasoning. One is water image and one is mirror image. So what is the difference between water image and mirror image? Water image is with respect to a line which is drawn horizontally, because water will be lying like this, correct? Let's represent water with the actual color of this water. Let's take blue. Blue hai pani pani. So this is the water, right? So this is a horizontal thing, right? Your letters are placed here, correct? So the image of this with respect to this horizontal thing will be here, inverted. Means the thing which is closer to the water level here will be closer to the water level here too. The thing which is the element or the part which is farther from the water level will be farther from this. No left-right exchanges, correct? Another thing is mirror image. Mirror image is what? Mirror will be placed on the wall. So it will be a vertical thing. So anything here will be found as the reflection. The mirror image will be reflection from this side. So here the left-right changes is there. Here it is up and down. Top and bottom thing is there. Top here will become the bottom. The bottom here will become the top in the water image. So this is C. If I go down, see, this will say the similar way. Left-right inverted will not be there, correct? Then 3, it will be the same way, right? We'll go further and this will be the 4, correct? This will be like 9 because the closer thing, T will be inverted and the horizontal line will go towards this, correct? And this will be like this, inverted 6. And so is it A? What is the issue with A? Why can't it be A? Can anyone tell me?
Ma'am, the T is not inverted.
T is not inverted, correct. Here, T is the problematic thing, right? So T is not inverted in correct manner, and so A is not the correct answer. So everything inverted is covered in the D option, right? If we would have taken a mirror image of this, this would have been the thing, right? So now E, the here, the thing which is closest to the mirror will be closest to the mirror here, but in the reverted direction. 9 will be like this, right? T, no effect on T. 6 will be like this. See, top and bottom remain same. In mirror image, top and bottom exchanges. Here, left and right inversion will be there, correct? Then the 4 will be inverted towards left and right. 3 will be like this, and C. C will go how? Right? So two types of images we have, mirror images and water images. Water image is with reference to a horizontal line. So the top thing will go inverted this way. And mirror image is with reference to the vertical line. So the left and right gets inverted on the other side of the thing. Good, nice. So many of you have answered it correctly. Very great. So see, this is the horizontal layer and we have taken the water image. Okay. Another riddle for you. Isn't it interesting, the mental ability thing? No? Kind of riddles. Today, you people are being exposed to so many things like using mobiles and laptops. Earlier, we used to have these kind of entertainment things only available. See, riddles, wherever we would have encountered, we will go with this. Think more, Zahir. Give a little bit of more time here.
Paran, if you have any query, you can ask. You have raised your hand.
See, what is the correct way? You can keep on counting and counting. Yes, that is how we do generally. But then we can identify a better and a systematic approach, which will not let us skip any of the figure. How? See, we can see the smallest possible portions of this figure. So say one is this is say A. This one we mark at B, C, D, and E. You can also put it like numbering wise and say this is F. Correct? So all the 6 portions which I have identified are individual rectangles. So these are 6 rectangles. Correct? Then we can take these 6 are A, B, C, D, and E, F up till F. Correct? Then we can take combinations. See, B and C. Is it making a rectangle? Yes, it's making a rectangle. Then C and D. Is it making a rectangle? Yes. Then D and E. Is it making a rectangle? Yes. Now take the combinations, taking 3 objects together, 3 parts of this figure together. So say B, C, and D. This is one rectangle. C, D, and E. This is another rectangle. Right? No possible combinations of the 3 in between portions here. But taking all of them together again, yes, this is again one rectangle B, C, D, E. Further, you can club A with B, C, D, E, and that will give you another rectangle. If you club B, C, D, E with F, you'll get another rectangle, right? And one rectangle you'll obtain if you combine everything together. So count how many are there? 6, then 3, 9, 9, and then 2, 11, 11, and then 1, 12, 12, and then 2, 14, and then 1, 15. So in and all, we have already counted 15. So 15, yes, 15 falls in this category. The 4th option, D. Right? I can show you here. Yes, here we have labeled it. So labeling is important just for your recognition, right? How we are identifying the separate portions. You can use numbers, you can use any other way, right? But this way, see, there is no chance that you skip any of the desired portion, correct? So you can count them all. No one will be skipped. None of them will be skipped. But if you count like, okay, taking it this way, there is possibility that you skip any of them. And writing this way, see, if you want to recheck your answer, again, it is easy. Otherwise, like overwriting on the boundaries or, counting another way around will always leave you in a fix whether you have covered everything or you have skipped everything. There is no way of verifying that. This way, you can always verify your answer. Yes, you have covered every possible combination, every possible segment of the bigger figure. Right? Clear to everyone? Great. Okay. This is a very interesting thing. You people might be doing that in your art classes, right? So now you can provide information to your art teacher how to make certain patterns. This is easy. So 4 folds have been made, right? And then we have done some punches. So what exactly it will appear like when we open all the folds? So 3 circles on every side. So we'll be having 3 circles here, 3 circles here, and 3 circles here as well. And this small hole in between, square hole, will also be covered like this. So yes, D is clearly the answer here. Everyone is so fast. Nice, great. Correct. So you can also do it step by step, or you can, as I did, I opened all the layers and put the respective punches in their positions when I'll be opening it completely. Okay. So this is the folding portion and the opened up paper. So this is paper folding, correct? Cutting and, having holes in between. All right, cubes and dice. See, what are these? Rubik's Cube you must have solved that query, that puzzle. So similar is the thing. The only difference is we have colored the sides, right? We have all the faces are being painted in red color. So the dimension of the entire cube is given to us. That is 4 into 4 into 4. So if we divide that, or rather cut them in the cubes, small cubical blocks of 1 centimeter, how many cubes will be there which will be having exactly 3 faces painted? So 3 faces painted. See, it is very clearly, you can observe it from here. See, there are 4 boundaries. This is the boundary thing here. Let me use another color so that it is easily identified. So this is the boundary. See, if you take out these cubes from here, these cubes, how many faces will be there? The inner faces which will be coming out will not be painted. Only this face and this face will be. So 2 faces here, right? You will find so many 2 faces painted cubes from here. Now we are looking for 3 faces. So see, what will be the 3 face? Which side cubes will be there, which will be painted on 3 faces? So see, this corner cube, if you take it out, 1 face, 2nd face, and 3rd face, these are painted, right? Remaining faces which will be uncovered from the inside will not be painted. So how many such corner cubes will be there? 1 will be here, 1 will be here. Again, this will be 3 side painted. Then 1 will be here on this corner, 4, and 4 you will find on this another side. So you will have to visualize. And the 4th point, which is not visible here, it will be back on this, or you can say on the bottom side of this, right? So this is visualization. You cannot see the complete figure. Still, you are able to visualize how this is going to look from the back side, which is not directly visible to you, right? Or you can identify, okay, on the back side, this will be the situation if the given information says, okay, it is painted like this. So this way, you will be able to take out 8 cubes on vertices. See, this is a cuboid, and cuboid face have 8 vertices. So 8 vertices, all vertices, cubes, if you take out, you will find the cubes which are painted on 3 sides. All right. So the answer to this question will be 8. Similarly, if it would have been 2 faces painted, then these in between on every edge, this was vertex, this is edge of the cube, right? There are 12 edges. So along every edge, there are 2 cubes which will be painted on 2 faces. So 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. Every edge will give you 2 cubes which will be painted on 2 sides, right? So similarly, there will be many possibilities, many combinations of paints as well. And then accordingly, we'll visualize the situation and we will identify the answer, correct? So number of cubes having exactly 3 faces painted will be 8 here. Okay. Oh, dot situation. This is again a very interesting topic of non-verbal logical reasoning, because we'll be dealing with all the images here. So see, there are 3 dots given. 3 figures are there. One is rectangle, one is circle, and one is circle, triangle, and rectangle. And there are 3 points, 3 dots. So first visualize the situation of these dots, right? This dot is between rectangle and triangle. We can say R and T. One dot is in R and T, rectangle and triangle. This dot, this is covering all the three figures. So R, T, and C. And this dot is between triangle and circle. Now look at it. So this figure, see, this figure is similarly simply eliminated because we don't have any situation where all the three figures are overlapping each other. So we cannot have the second dot position. Now going for the first thing, T and C, triangle and circle. See, this will also be eliminated because the portion which is common to triangle and circle is the same portion which is covered by, which is overlapped by rectangle also. So there is no portion which is having only triangle and circle. So we'll not be able to identify the first dot. So this is also eliminated. Now go for the second thing, T and C, triangle and circle. Yes, this point can be placed here. R, T, and C, all the three things that can be covered here. And rectangle and triangle. Do we have rectangle and triangle? Yes, we do have rectangle and triangle. So the 3 points can be appropriately placed as per the given conditions. What about D? Let's check this one also. So triangle and circle, see the same thing. Whatever portion is common between triangle and circle, that is also overlapped by rectangle. So this point will not be able to mark this point in this diagram. So this is also cancelled out. So the correct answer becomes yes. So at places, you people are faster doing it. Great. For today's class, like we have taken the questions towards an easier level, not going for a higher difficulty level. See, slowly, gradually, we'll move towards it. It is just the practice. It is just the accumulation of more knowledge, little bit of facts and informations and procedures, which will make you perfect in this mental ability portion. Remember, mental ability is not taught to you anywhere, but it is required everywhere, right? So if it is required everywhere, you will have to put extra efforts, additional efforts from your side. Moreover, when your brain opens up with all these approaches, like it is not only limited to solving the questions of mental ability, that development of brain thinking logically helps you in solving, in applying, in remembering other concepts, other information of your academics as well, whether it is any subject of science or any other stream, correct? So this question solving thing basically develops your brain, and that development of brain, that is going to help you out everywhere, academically and as a part of your personality also. So this was it. We have checked all the situations of dots. Okay, clocks and calendars. See, we have tried to cover different topics of the logical reasoning. So this is a question from clocks and calendars. See, this says, if the day before yesterday is fourth day from Tuesday. So fourth day from Tuesday will be what? This is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This is the fourth day. So the day before yesterday is this day. So day before yesterday. So this is today, and yesterday will be what comes after Friday? That will be Saturday. So that means what is today? Today it is Sunday. So if this is today, right, this is yesterday, and it is the day before yesterday. And this day before yesterday was fourth day from Tuesday. So fourth day from Tuesday, we have identified first, that is Friday. Now we'll go to the today, that is one day after Friday, so that is Sunday. Now we'll have to look for 9 days after today. So after Sunday, that will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Where do you land up? Someone is saying A, someone is saying C. Deepika?
Mama accidentally typed A.
Okay. So now you have identified today, that is Sunday. Now you have to take 9 days afterwards. Day after 9 days of Sunday. Then what day will be after 9 days of today? See, you have to skip 9 days and then you will be landing on the next day. So 9 days after today. So you'll be skipping today, counting from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That is 9th day. See, there is difference. This was fourth day from Tuesday. So when you are counting fourth day from Tuesday, you will start counting from Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This becomes the fourth day because you are counting from today, fourth day from Tuesday. But in the answer part, what is required is a different counting. What is that? What day will be after 9 days of today? After today. So that means today is not supposed to be counted. We'll not start counting from today. Today is skipped. That means Sunday is skipped. We'll start our counting from Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. This is 9th day. So Tuesday will be our 9th day. Is that clear? See, in the same question, both ways of counting, 2 ways of counting has been included, from today and after these many days. We can have another situations as well between these, given 2 days, you have, between the given 2 days, you have 4 days. So that means the first day is not counted and the last day is also not counted. So there are different combinations, different type of information which are given. And for every different combination, every different information, we'll have to deal separately, correct? There will be a different logic to be applied. Okay, this is for you to solve. A riddle for you again. See, all the questions of mental ability are like riddles, correct? It's like it's been organized systematically into chapters, and then those chapters have also been given, or you can say grouped, the required information and concepts for every chapter. So this is, when you study mental ability or logical reasoning, it is a structured syllabus. It is a structured curriculum which we follow. Though the questions, once you study one particular topic, you learn the concepts, right? Those seem like puzzles to you, riddles to you, which otherwise are very much interesting in solving. So can you find out the number of cubes here? Try. So this is 3, this side, and this side is 4. So the bottom layer has 3 into 4, 12, and then 2 additional. So 12 and 2, 14. 14 cubes here in this lowest layer. Am I correct? Now go to the second layer. This is 2 here and 4 here. So 2 into 4, that is 8 cubes here. Then moving further on the third layer, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 cubes here, right? Moving on the one layer further, you have got 3 cubes here and 2 cubes here. Sum them out. Yes, that comes out to be 32. Very nice. You have calculated it correctly. Right? So you must be having a little bit of idea of mental ability thing, right? Logical reasoning, mental ability, whatsoever name you call it. This is a very important thing. As I mentioned, you people are now already in a quite an elder class, right? Very closely you will be facing the competitions. And those competitions need your full focus, concentration, and maximum possible ability, or your potential needs to be unlocked to perform in the best manner in all those competitions, right? So as I said, mental ability, it's a part of the question paper in many of the examinations. And if it is not directly a part of the question paper, then it has to be applied, or whatever development of your brain occurs while solving these questions, that will definitely help you in learning, retaining, and applying the concepts and the knowledge which you possess, right? So all the examinations, you must be familiar with many of them, right? JEE and NEET, you already know. There is COET for the entrance of to central universities, reputed universities in graduation courses. There is CLAT for admission in law courses. There is CA, CS, NDA for Army, if you want to join Army. Then you have UCET, the designing courses. The designing includes the designing in IITs also. There are certain courses and seats for if you crack this UCET examination in IITs also. You must be remembering the rupee symbol. Remember the rupee symbol that was designed by an IIT professor, right? So that is something which has got a specialization over there also. So the main point is, any type of examination you want to you appear, because any particular course you want to pursue after your 12th examination, that will be requiring mental ability. So that is the importance and significance of this subject, though it is overruled in our academic curriculum. So that is why whatever is not provided there will take the resources separately and will acquire that knowledge from outside. That is the point. And this is why SOM has included the questions of mental ability in all the Olympiad examinations, because it's not a checking of knowledge. It's a testing of your aptitude. How much can your brain think? How far can you go thinking, right? So more practice of this will going to help you out more in acquiring more marks and in performing in a better way. All your academic things, all your academic learnings will be applied in a better way. So any questions from the previously done slides? If anyone has doubt, we can go back and solve. Let me quickly check them. If I think, is there any clarification required? Any one of you, if you need, please let me know. We did it with the... No one? All understood in a very good manner? Great. Just a minute.